Hi everyone, welcome back to Africa Budget Pellet Gunner. Today I want to talk a little bit about bipods. Yeah, so especially on PCPs and CO2 rifles, bipods are quite a common accessory. And do they have a place? Yes, definitely, absolutely, there is a place for bipods. And I thought I'm going to discuss it today because I'm actually going to be fitting this bipod onto this Hatson Flash 101. So, what is there to know about bipods? There is different kinds. So, this one, you'll see they often refer to this as the Atlas type bipod. Then you also get one that's like the Accutac. Accutac is the original brand, but you do get much more expensive ones, and you do get very, very fancy bipods. And then you get the older style, which they usually refer to as the Harris style bipod. And I'll put a couple of pictures to show you as well the different types of bipods. Basically, it's the look that's different, but when it comes to bipods, you get what you pay. So the cheaper the bipod it is that you buy, most likely the more slop you'll have, the more play you'll have in the bipod. And it will be a little bit less stable, it will be a little bit less well engineered, and probably have a little bit less adjustability as well. So the other thing to keep in mind with the bipod, so all of these would mount onto either some kind of a Picatinny or weaver rail, like this one on the bottom here, or else they would mount onto some kind of a M-lock system, which is a little bit less common, but the more expensive rifles tend to use that, as well as the tactical style rifles. So today I'm going to be mounting this one on here. I'm going to show you how I do that, and then just a couple of checks as well that I like to do just to make sure you get the best performance out of the bipod. So like I said, the cheaper you go, the less quality it will be. So on this one, for example, there is quite a bit of this, I'd say, is the higher end of the low range bipods. So this one has a bit of adjustability. You can adjust the angle at which it sits, so you can actually move this so that it doesn't want to move now. Okay, I'll fix that now. So basically you can adjust the position that it's in. It can go forward and it can go backwards, and then as well you can adjust the height on the legs. So there you can see, you just pull this down and then it locks into the different indents on the shaft, and you can put it all the way out to there, so that gives you a higher bipod. Alright, and then the other aspect on this one, it's got a quick attach here, so it's quick and easy to remove it, to put it on, take it off. That's pretty quick and easy. And then as well, it has got a leveling function at the bottom here, so this can unscrew, and what that does, you'll see this whole head can then swivel. See, so this swivels, and that means if you're on ground that's slightly unstable, you'll be able to level it out. If you've got some kind of a spirit level on your rifle, you could use that. You could level it out and then lock it in that position, and it would stay there, and you'd be able to be level when you're shooting. So that would basically mitigate any cant or anything like that that you would have or be introducing into your shooting. So this is obviously all quite technical, if I can put it that way, and it does take a little bit of time to set it up correctly. So one thing you would bear in mind. But that brings me to, when would you use a bipod? So for me, if you're going to be doing a lot of shooting off of the bench, then definitely I think a bipod is the way to go. However, I do kind of feel like if you're walking around a lot, maybe hunting or stalking, I would probably not go with the bipod necessarily. However, you can fold them away. So let me just show you here if this one would work with me. I think this has been tampered with a little bit. Let's see if we can fix this. So basically, what you can do is, if you've got it on and you're out hunting, you can be able to move the position of the legs, and then it can be out of the way. However, I think if you're going to be walking and stalking, I wouldn't recommend a bipod. I would say a bipod's place is more for if you're going to be doing some form of bench work. Well, that's my opinion anyways. Alright, so on this one, for example, you can see there's quite a bit of movement in here, and someone has definitely fiddled with this quite a bit. So I'm just going to tighten everything up, loosen what needs to be loosened, and then just get everything functioning like it should, and then I'm going to mount it on here. So I'll be back with you in a jiffy. Alright, so I think I found one of the problems with this one. So what's happened is someone has actually broken, there's a little screw that goes through here, and it's actually been broken inside of this little nut. So that's why this one is adjusting so difficultly. Alright, let me quickly see if I can fix that in the garage. I'll get back to you now. Hey everyone, so that was really a lot of work. What happened was one of these pins that was inside here actually broke off, and so now I had to try and make a plan for another one. I think it'll work for now. Okay, so how do we mount this? Well, we're going to use this quick attach here. What we're going to do, basically, it slides on here. Position it where you want, and I can see it's not nicely tight there. So what I'm going to do on this side, there's a little screw here. Just going to tighten this, and all that's going to do is just make this clearance smaller, so that when we activate that quick attach, it's going to grip a little bit harder. Yep, there we go. I think that's good to go. And there you have it. One rifle with the bipod, and I think it's going to be pretty nice and stable. Just level this out a bit. So what you can do to make sure that it's level, if you've got your scope and your rifle level, you can just put a spirit level on top here, and it will more or less make sure that everything's level, and then you're good to go. So when I take this to the range to go test it out, I think I'm going to keep it with a bipod on. Yeah, I just think it's a much more stable platform, and you can just use a bag here at the back. As I said, we've got some really miserable weather at the moment, so you can hear the thunder and lightning in the background. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that bipod's going to work really nicely, and see how it goes. Till next time guys, happy shooting, see you around.